I've lived in 3 different countries in my 20s, and this is the craziest thing about moving abroad. In my 20s, I've lived in Ireland, the US, and the Netherlands. 3 very different places. And in my mind, there are 3 different versions of me and 3 different lives that I have on this earth. When you move to another country without family, without friends, you quite literally build a new life for yourself brick by brick. You get a job. You get new friends, you go to school, you find a house. It is a whole entire life that no one in your life before can relate to. Am I making sense? No one in the US could relate to my Irish life that I built when I moved to Ireland. I became a totally different person. The Irish version of me, I loved her, and she still exists there. But when I went back to the US version of me comes out. But the thing is, once you've moved abroad, a little piece of you stays in that country and you're different in here. I'm from the US. I lived in Ireland for 4.5 years. I went back to the US and everything in the US was the same, but I felt really different. I felt like I had an entire different persona and different life somewhere else in the world. And I kind of yearned for that when I was back in the US. But when I was in Ireland, I also missed versions of the US me. Now throw in moving to a third country. That makes life even more complicated because now I feel like I have 3 different versions of me. And that's the thing about integrating into where you live, is that you form this different version of yourself. How many times can I say that? But it's so weird because after moving to all of these places, I don't feel 100% content or 100% myself anywhere anymore. I had someone comment on one of my videos the other day saying, if you're homesick, why don't you just go back? Homesickness is very nuanced because I can miss the US, but I also am homesick for Ireland sometimes and for that version of me in that life. And I talk to my friends about this a lot, where I wouldn't trade my moving abroad experiences for the world. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Also the hardest thing, but living in 3 different countries really can mess you up because then you sit here, at least I do, and you don't know where you belong or what. I don't know. It's so crazy. Like I said, I feel like there are 3 different parts of me alive in the world right now. And it's the weirdest feeling. And I feel like I'm always going to feel homesick for something in one of these countries for the rest of my life. That's the craziest thing about moving abroad for me.